Ever dream of creating your own fantasy world? I know I have, but where do you even begin? That's why I'm here to explore with you with this brand new world building project, which I'm calling Project Embermoor. It's the new year, and I felt the need to take on a new side project. I've been talking about adding some world building videos to this channel, and this is the introduction to that series. I spent the past few months thinking about how I'd like to do that. For a while, I considered instructional videos, but I couldn't get them to come together. I had trouble distilling information into several cohesive and digestible videos. Eventually, I came to the conclusion that I should just invite everyone along on the journey and show my process from start to finish. I've been world building for most of my life, starting with writing, then TTRPGs, onto LARP, and then finding my way back to TTRPGs. While I've been world building for years, it's really gone into overdrive in the last few. I've fallen into a pattern for how I create towns and regions. It's almost as if it turned into a method. Through Project Embermoor, I hope to give all of you some inspiration for finding your own method of world building. To showcase my world building process, I will be creating a system-agnostic region for lower-level adventurers. This region will of course have a starting town. We'll cover the history of the region, key buildings in the town, important NPCs, and some possible encounters for the area. We'll also be covering some adventure and campaign ideas to utilize the region. I'll be showcasing a wonderful book called Spectacular Settlements by Nordic Games. It helps get the creative juices flowing by randomly generating settlements of various sizes. It's like an advanced writing prompt, but with dice. I will be doing a lot of the behind-the-scenes work on the region while streaming. This will allow the project to have a more collaborative feel. Chat will have the chance to help me brainstorm ideas, name places and NPCs, and mold the history of the region. I will be attempting the multi-stream on both Twitch and YouTube. And we won't be setting this region in a generic world either. Project Embermoor will be unfolding in a homebrew setting that I've been working on for several years now, the Shattered Kingdoms. In the world, the setting is recovering from a cataclysmic event known as the Great Upheaval, where the broken heart of a god shattered the very world itself. In the wake of this devastation, there was a war between great worms, ancient divine dragons, and from that war, the Mancunian Empire was born. Now, centuries later, the Empire believes itself to be the center of civilization. Yet much of the world's history remains lost, leaving untold mysteries to explore. It was invented for an Amcard role-playing campout I started. I wanted to create a roleplay event that would be set in a continuing world for years to come. The campout lasted 5 years, until COVID finally took it out. Once we could no longer meet, I decided I wanted to expand the world, and so I started developing the Shattered Kingdoms for use in my Dungeons & Dragons games. That's when a lot of the lore became more cohesive and a bit more expansive. By far the most developed aspect of the setting is the deities. Dive deeper into the lore of the Shattered Kingdoms on my World Anvil page, where you'll find detailed information on gods, history, and locations. Link in the description. Even though this channel is about LARP and foam fighting, I thought you might enjoy taking a look at one of my favorite pastimes, world building. Ultimately, my goal is to make some world building videos out of the live streams. But it'd be great if I'm able to create a finished product that I would be able to share with all of you. To accomplish that, there's a lot more to do beyond the scope of this project. The editing I can handle, but when it comes to layout design and creating artwork, I may need some help. So what do you think of Project Embermoor? Is there anything about the project that you're looking forward to? Maybe you have specific world building questions. Let me know in the comments. I'm excited to get this project started, and I hope you'll join me along for the ride. Thank you for watching, and as always, stay inspired, stay excited, and keep fighting.